over. Drop the knife! Don't be a fucking idiot, mate. Come on. Don't you fucking dare! Get on the fucking ground now! Get on the fucking ground! Drop the knife! Hit him! Hit him! Drop the knife! Lock the door! Lock the door! That's it. Drop the knife! Keep going! Drop the knife! Drop the knife! Put it down now! Put it down now! Listen to me! Fuck, man. Drop the fucking knife now! Drop it! Put it down! Put it down! Just fucking kill me! Put the fucking knife down! Drop the knife! Drop the fucking thing down, cunt! You get it? Drop the knife! Drop the knife! Drop it! Get the fucking ground! Oh, you've got what's going on in there. Yep. Down, Jackie! Get inside! Get inside!
Good evening and welcome to the program.
However, experience
saying the earth is round
the
and not
suppository of all wisdom.
They're the so-called man caves where many husbands
G'day, patriots all across Australia.
Dividing people on the grounds of race is racist.
Well, then you're a racist.
In our democracy and way of life and
6
culture, and I
Australians
believe
is
it's
now
not.
living off the dole.
being persecuted for expressing their right to
We
free
don't want
speech.
Australia to be overrun by these people.
And I got obsessed with my body straight away.
Indeed. Well, we're in the grip of the Ice Age, the dealing and use of the drug ice.
On religious preaching in Rundle
The
Mall.
Australian flag, Anzac Day, the national anthem, bacon.
Hey, welcome to Hide from Fire. I am, as always, Adam Sage. And yeah, we are up to, it is episode 80. I still don't have any da-da-da-da sound effects, do I? I keep, every time I'm, yeah, never mind. Oh, here it comes, first burp of the podcast. Alrighty. Yeah, what was I saying? I don't think I was saying anything. Yeah, what's going on? Well, the world's still obsessed with fucking the flu. The flu with a better publicist, and everybody's still freaking out about it. That's still going on. I'm still enjoying these cigars. They are delicious. Romeo and Juliet #1s. And yeah, so I thought I'd focus a little more on Australia this episode, because yeah, you know, the whole world's fucked up. So yeah, why not bring it back? You know, for the longest time I was just focusing on the United States. I think way too much. And anyway, so yeah, let's just get straight into it, shall we? Boom. Yeah, so here's just some crime stuff from my neck of the woods, South Australia. Port Augusta rock throwing incident. There's a rock throwing incident. Boy 14 caught driving car with other children in caught driving with other children in the car. Okay, so police are investigating a suspicious fire at Otago Beach Tuesday morning. Let's see. Okay, Wednesday, December 16. That's today. Driver injured in rock throwing incident. A driver has suffered injuries after her car's front window was smashed in a rock throwing incident at Port Augusta this morning. Now, international listeners might be, and maybe even interstate listeners, might be wondering, what do you mean by a rock throwing incident? Well, here in South Australia, there's a lot of highways, and they've been building a lot of highways over the last decade, and a lot of these highways and expressways, they have overpasses, as you know, these type of roads tend to do, and yeah, it's become a thing of like fucking like ice addicts and fucking just dead shits in general, that they take rocks, stand on these overpasses, and throw them at cars because I don't know, I guess they're jealous that other people have cars and they don't. I shit you not. It is a serious problem in Australia. You know, we don't have guns, so we can't shoot each other. So these people resort to throwing rocks at people while they're driving. The woman was driving on the South Augusta Highway, approaching the Joy Blanche Bridge at about 5:30 a.m. This is when they usually happen. Wednesday, when a man threw a rock at her car, the impact caused the front driver's side window to smash. and hit the woman in the shoulder. She suffered minor injuries. Okay, yeah, it is kind of funny because these people are fucking Neanderthals. Me throw a rock, me smash. The suspect, described as being male, about 183 centimeters, short, well, compared to me, short, with a skinny build, wearing black jeans and a black hooded top and a black baseball cap. I notice they don't mention race, and it is my experience whenever race isn't mentioned, it means it's a non-white person. Police are appealing for the driver of a dark-coloured dual-cab ute. Ute is a utility vehicle truck to Americans and everyone else. Travelling directly behind the victim at the time of the incident to call with information on the suspect. Other witnesses and motorists with dashcam footage are urged to call Crime Stoppers on the number there. This is actually it really is a fucking a thing in Australia that people just throw fucking rocks and at cars to try and kill people. I have no fucking idea why. These people are just retarded. Just finishing my beer. I've no fucking idea. Like, it's never been explained why they do it. I reckon they're just dull bludgers and they just see other people who, have more than them, and they're like, oh, the system's oppressing me, man, and all these rich people out there. Like, because to a fucking dull bludger, anybody with a working car is an elitist, is the rich. So, these people are just miserable fucking losers with no lives, so they throw rocks, apparently. It's a really shitty thing to do. Boy caught driving juvenile passengers. A 14-year-old boy has been reported after police caught him driving 2 juvenile passengers at Woolaroo on Wednesday morning. Police stopped a Holden sedan on Magazine Road on one, I think I should be at, on 1:30 a.m. on Wednesday. So it's 1:30, this is this morning. Vehicle checks revealed the car was unregistered and uninsured. So that's the only reason they would have pulled it over, because they would have been driving behind it, ran the plates as they do when they're driving behind cars, and realized it was unregistered. And if it's unregistered, it's uninsured. Like, part of your registration here in Australia is like the basic insurance. So being unregistered, you don't need to say both. The driver, a 14-year-old Butte boy, had 2 child passengers. So it's a 14-year-old driving the car. So he's just First of all, it doesn't say where he got the car, if the car was stolen, like what is it, like an unregistered car on his parents' property. It doesn't say any of that. The boy was reported for driving while unlicensed and driving an uninsured vehicle. He will be summoned to appear in court at a later date. So that's the crime, not being too young to drive. It's that you were driving unlicensed. I guess that's all they can get him for. But that's all the details I have. I want to know where he was going. Like, he's 14, so what, was he going to buy weed and couldn't be bothered walking? Truck fire results in big loss. Pretty sure that's meant to be loss. A truck carrying agricultural equipment caught alight overnight, causing more than $700,000 damage. Okay, we got that. CFS got there. We understood the grass. Police. It doesn't say anything else. Building site trespassers busted. A pair who trespassed on a building site at Richmond have been busted hiding by a police dog. These people always think they can hide. Seriously, if the cops are after you, run and just keep running. You're not going to hide. The 41-year-old man from Summerton Park and a 29-year-old Eden Hills woman were caught on camera at about 4 a.m. in apartments being built on the corner of Davenport Terrace and Ellen Street. So I'm just going to go ahead and assume that they were looking for copper pipe that they could, then trade in for money, like recycling. That's exactly what they were doing. The site was cordoned off by police and PD Zeus, I'm guessing that's the name of the dog, was called in, finding the pair hiding under the stairs on the ground floor. The man was charged with being unlawfully on premise, going going equipped and possessing a prohibited weapon after he was found with a flick knife, torch, gloves, and balaclava. I wonder what he needed the knife for. It's okay. Yeah, so he's obviously there. His accomplice was also charged with being unlawfully on premise. So okay, he's got a balaclava, torch, and gloves, and a knife. Like, what is he planning to steal at a fucking under construction apartment block? Because copper piping, you're going to need something better than a fucking flick knife to get it out. Attempted break-in at Huntfield Heights. A man has been arrested after he was caught in the backyard of a Huntfield Heights home. A neighbour called police at 8:15 p.m. I'm guessing it's p.m. on Tuesday night after spotting a blue Ford sedan pull up in the street, driven by a 42-year-old Huntfield Heights man, who then jumped the fence and smashed the window of a house. Police found the man in the backyard, allegedly with a knife and a slingshot. Okay, so he's Dennis the Menace. He also had outstanding warrants and was disqualified from driving. They always do. They always have outstanding warrants. No, sorry, they're always disqualified from driving. Usually, it's driving like without a license. Yeah, disqualified. What's the other one? It's usually a man of no fixed address. This is the most common. It's no fixed address and unregistered vehicle. But he was disqualified from driving, but apparently the vehicle was registered. The man was charged with property damage, driving disqualified, and 2 counts of carrying an offensive weapon. Because, a slingshot is an offensive weapon. He will face court in Tuesday, December 15. A man arrested after crime spree across the state. A man has been arrested after a series of violent break-ins across South Australia in recent days, including a break-in at Noarlunga South, where a homeowner was allegedly assaulted with a baseball bat. Yeah, this time of the year, it's fucking warm. All the fucking crazies are out. The house was broken into in Noarlunga South on Monday, December 7th, and the occupant was assaulted before property was taken from the address. Another house was allegedly broken into in Brinkerhead the following Friday, where the occupant was confronted and property was stolen. The offender is known to both victims. Yeah, okay, so this was somebody who needed money for drugs. On the same evening, Friday, December 11th, the town hall at Taree was broken into and extensive damage was caused to the town's post office with letters from post boxes stolen. Yep, this is 100% a junkie.
You will die without honor.
Because people love their fucking methamphetamine here in South Australia particularly. The Audburn Bowling Club was broken into and beer and spirits were stolen from the bar area on Saturday, December 12th. Police searched a Burton property on Tuesday morning and found property was taken from the Noarlunga South break-in and postal items from the Tali community, as well as alcohol believed. So they just found everything when they went to this guy's house. They also found a firearm and a quantity of fantasy. What is fantasy again? Is that like PCP or is PCP angel dust? Yeah, what is fantasy? The 50-year-old, oh, Jesus Christ, this guy's 50? Holy shit, cunt, get your life together. The 50-year-old was also arrested at the address and charged with breaching a firearms prohibition order and firearm offences. He was bailed to appear in court at a later date. This guy was bailed. That's how good our fucking legal system is. This guy assaulted somebody with a baseball bat, stole from them. He's got fucking illegal firearms on him. He's broken into multiple places. He's stealing mail, which I guess isn't a federal crime. I guess that's only in America where it is. And he was bailed to appear at court at a later date because obviously he's not a threat to himself or anyone in the community because all he's doing is, assaulting people with baseball bats and stealing shit from them. Valuable triathlon equipment stolen. CCTV images of suspects involved in a car theft where triathlon equipment was taken at Hewitt on Monday has been released by police. The 2 men were captured on CCTV smashing the window of a parked car out the front of a home on Falcon Drive at about 5:30 a.m. and they took triathlon equipment. A number of items associated with the triathlon were stolen from the car, including a 2018 Canon Speedmax bicycle. Okay, now a Tempo Systems racing suit, a Zone 3 wetsuit, and a gyro helmet, as well as a triathlon medal. Gee, why do you have everything in your car? Why is the medal in there as well? Suspect, yeah, does this guy just drive around with this shit so he can show off? You know, I'm a champion triathlete. I hope you didn't know. Not many people like me. I wonder if this person's going to claim fucking hate crime because wasn't Bruce Jenner fucking a triathlete? Anyway, suspects were seen leaving in a white early 2000 model Toyota Prado. Anyone with information? Well, that doesn't look like it's white, but oh no, that's the car they broke into. Yeah, so they stole the fucking bicycle. Oh, there he goes, and the other guy's got the wheel. It looks like man arrested after Black Forest stabbing. A woman is in hospital after she was allegedly stabbed by a man who breached his intervention order at her Black Forest overnight. Yep, because those intervention orders work so fucking well, don't they? Mm-hmm. And what's great is she's not allowed to defend herself. This woman can't get a firearm because it's Australia, so she just has to sit there in her home and just hope that the guy getting a letter from the police saying, don't go near her now, naughty, hope that is all that keeps her away. Because, you know, this is Australia where you can't defend yourself. Yeah, let's get my new drink. He was accused, here we go. The woman was stabbed by the man known to her in a domestic violence incident. Yeah, no shit. 11 p.m. Monday, the victim was taken to Royal Adelaide Hospital with none. Man, these journalists in Australia, they are fucking good at their jobs, eh? And the proofreaders too. And this is a newspaper I pay a subscription for. So, you can turn around and say, well, it's because nobody subscribes. No, I'm paying for this. This is shit I'm paying for. The suspect left before police arrived, but was located a short time later. They're 29-year-old of no fixed address. They always... this comes up so fucking often. Jesus Christ, people, get your lives together. Again, I guarantee it's drugs. Of no fixed address, was arrested and charged with aggravated assault, causing harm, and breaching an intervention order. He was refused bail. Wow, that's a fucking first. That's a first for this. That's a first for tonight, and will appear in Adelaide Magistrates Court on Tuesday. Excuse I again. A police spokesman said, "Domestic violence is AC crime." I think that. Jesus Christ, this is poorly written. Is AC crime? I think they mean a crime. Committed by people from all walks of life. No, it's committed by pieces of shit. I think what you mean is, yeah, they can be straight or gay, but yeah. Police will not tolerate domestic violence and will take every action available to protect victims, including arresting the perpetrators, but not allowing the victims to, be armed or protect themselves. Yeah, they'll take every effort, which means once he stabs you, then we'll come. Yeah, well done, police. Robbery at Myland. A man is on the run after he assaulted a man before stealing the victim's sunglasses at Myland railway station this morning. Seriously? Sunglasses. The victim, a 17-year-old boy from Beverley, said he disembarked the train when he was confronted by a man who demanded his sunglasses. When the victim refused, he assaulted the victim, took his sunglasses and ran off. The victim received minor injuries. The suspect was described as Caucasian. See what I mean? When it's a fucking white person, they say it's a white person. This is what you have to know about Australian media. Whenever they leave race out of it, it's because it's not a white person. Because they always want to perpetrate, white people bad.
How dare you?
How dare I, indeed. He was described as Caucasian, aged 20 to 30 years old, stocky build, about 188 centimeters tall. Still shorter than me. He had a brown mullet. Oh, of course he fucking had a mullet.
The only thing that worries me is hair loss.
He had a brown mullet and was clean shaven. Okay, it was a bogan. Suspected house fire at Ordinga. What's this one now? A fire at Ordinga house early as the morning is believed to be suspicious. Occupants from the home woke to the sounds of breaking glass at about 4:40 a.m. and escaped after seeing flames. The fire brigade was able to bring the fire under control quickly, but the inside of the home was seriously damaged. Okay, and yeah, there it is. Let's see, we're going back to Monday. Grass fire at Lonsdale. I did my apprenticeship. I used to work at Lonsdale. It's a It's an industrial area in the south of Adelaide. Just for those who want to know, a little FYI there. Excuse me while I light my cigarette. No, it's cigar. What am I, a fucking pleb? There we go. Firefighters arrived at the blaze near in a reserve near Dongell Road around 3:35 p.m. So this is in the afternoon today. It was in line with the creek spreading towards O'Sullivan's Beach Road and Dongell Road. I think I know where they're talking about. Metropolitan Fire Service crews with the Country Fire Service and support of two fixed-wing water bomb aircraft and two helicopters for observation controlled the fire within an hour. No property damage has been reported and 2 hectares were burnt in the fire. Crews will monitor hotspots for some time and an advice message has been issued in the southern suburbs until progress has been made with the mopping up. See, this happens every fucking year. Like, everyone around the world is like, oh my God, it's climate change. Oh my God, it's climate change. Like, Australia's on fire. Yeah, the thing that happened last summer, end of the year, end of 2019, start of 2020. The thing that happened last year, it was, oh my God, like the koala population has been devastated, all this shit. And all the fucking woke media around the world would just, jump straight on, oh, it's climate change. Climate change is why Australia's on fire. No. Australia catches fire, always has. We have species of plants in the bush. The only way they can spread their seed is by getting burnt down. It's like, anyway. We have plants that need to be burnt so that they can grow again. They've evolved that way. Fire is completely natural in Australia. But the thing is, what they won't say in a lot of the media and that is last year there was I think it was close to or over 100 arsonists were arrested and they never released their names. And my theory, and tinfoil hat here, just a theory, it's all these Extinction Rebellion Antifa little fucks who go around and light this shit. They want to fucking burn it all down, man. Capitalism is bad, man. And secondly, they know that climate change can be blamed and it furthers their cause because things aren't getting worse. Well, they're not getting as bad as they want them to get. And, this is their way of, ushering in fucking communism. No property damages. Yes. Crews will monitor spots. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. A MFS, that's Metropolitan Fire Service, I believe, spokeswoman said the fire's cause was believed to be accidental, sparked by someone cutting grass, hitting the slasher onto metal. Okay, we'll see. It's believed crews battle grass fire at Lonsdale. Should we have a look at it? It was a pretty big one. I didn't even know about it. And I live near there. You going to play or not? Uh-huh. It always does this. Yeah, fuck it. All right, there it is. Jesus Christ. Yeah, okay. That's a decent fire. And there it is. Crews responding at Lonsdale. Yeah, I think I know where they are. I reckon I used to ride motorbikes there. Okay, car into a house at Mannum. A woman has been taken to hospital after crashing into a house in Manningham. This afternoon, a ute and a Mazda were travelling north on Hampstead Road at about 2 p.m. when the Mazda pulled in front of the ute while attempting to do a U-turn. Yeah, it's a typical woman.
How dare you?
I know. The driver of the ute told reporters a woman clipped his car on impact. I guess she panicked and hit the accelerator and travelled over 100 metres into the person's lounge room. This is something that hasn't happened in a while, and it used to, 10 years ago, it was every week there was a report of somebody crashing into the front of somebody else's house. It was, seriously, if you go back and look at news reports from 2000 oh, mate, was it 10? No, maybe 10, 15 years ago. Like, yeah, probably 2006, 2007, something like that. It was like every week there was another case of somebody driving into somebody's house. And I see that we're getting back to that now. Where was it? I'm guessing she panicked and hit the accelerator and traveled 100 meters into that person's lounge room. No one was at home at the time of the incident. The woman driving the Mazda, a 55-year-old, of course it's a fucking postmenopausal woman, suffered head lacerations and was taken to the hospital for treatment. The ute driver was not injured, of course not, he's a man. Yep, and there she is, like, through a gate? Was the gate open? Or she probably smashed it down. God damn it. Fucking, this is why... Oh yeah, there it is, look, fucking fence taken out. And yeah, she's just fucking plowed straight fucking through into that person's thing. And I don't know why those traffic cones are there. Maybe they were already there. Weird place to put them. And yeah, okay, that's, again, female drivers.
How dare you?
More than 80 motorists, police alleged bucket. More than 80 motorists were detected not wearing a seatbelt in a recent police operation, prompting fresh calls for authorities for motorists to buckle up. Yeah, well, you know what? If you don't want to wear a fucking seatbelt, that is your priority. That's your fucking thing. This idea that you're gonna fucking, like, you're gonna become a torpedo or a projectile, bullshit. Yeah, it's just another way for them to fine you. Drink driving, blah, blah, blah. Oh, hang on. 7 times over the limit. A drink driver was nabbed more than 7 times the legal limit after he was seen swerving all over the road. All right, this guy's a fucking legend. Police were... I'm joking. You shouldn't drink drive. You put other people's lives at risk, and it's completely unnecessary. Yeah, especially just drink at home, you dumb cunt. Yeah, I'm going to relight my cigar. There we go. They found the 24-year-old. Police were alerted by a concerned motorist just before 3:30 a.m. on Monday night that a car had been driving erratically and went through a red light. Yeah, I've been there. I've done that. They found the 24-year-old Salisbury Park man driving a red Holden sedan on Main North Road at Paraka soon after. He was seen swerving across 3 lanes. This guy was fucked. Well, I'm pretty sure, what do they call it? Statute of limitations. I once was so drunk, and yeah, this is really stupid. Don't do this yourselves, kiddies. I drove to an ATM so I could take money out and buy cigarettes. And when I left the bank where the ATM was, I pull out into the road. I'm like, no, I'm fine. I'm not that drunk. I pull out onto the road, and and then I'm sitting at the lights for like 2-3 minutes. I'm like, why the fuck won't these lights change? And then I look around and realize I'm on the wrong side of the road, so the lights aren't going to change. But luckily, there was no one around, so I just gunned it and got the fuck out of there. But yeah, if anyone had gone by, I was completely on the wrong side of the road. I don't know how the fuck I did it. And yeah, it scared the shit out of me. And, I wasn't that pissed. And yeah, I haven't really deliberately drunk drive since. I'm sure there's been occasions where I'd technically be over the limit, but a couple of beers or whatever. But I've never knowingly gone out into a car going, yeah, I'm definitely over the limit, but I'm going to drive. Haven't done that since. I used to drink drive all the fucking time when I was young, and yeah, I never got done for it. I somehow fucking got away with it, and I don't do it anymore. So fucking knock on wood. No, it's plastic. But yeah, I was a piece of shit in my youth. Let's see. Sunday, December 13, robbery at Woodville Park. Police are searching for a man who robbed a Woodville Park service station on Saturday night. The man, armed with a knife, entered the Port Road service station at 6:30 p.m. and demanded cash from the till. He left with money and cigarettes, as they always do. That seems to be just worldwide. And was last spotted walking towards Marlborough Avenue. So he just casually strolls away after pulling a knife on people and taking cigarettes. And I blame the government for all this theft of cigarettes. If they didn't put such high taxes on tobacco, they wouldn't be worth that much, and people wouldn't bother fucking, like, holding up fucking servos and fucking shit for them. He's described as being 180 centimeters tall, he's under 6 foot, and wearing a face mask. Oh, well, there's another great thing about fucking COVID, isn't it? Yeah, well done fucking COVID. Now everyone's got an excuse to cover their face and commit crimes while they're doing, you know, yeah, well fucking done, governments. Yeah, because we're now at a point where if you see somebody walking around the streets, even if it's fucking like 4 a.m. and they've got their face covered, that's no longer suspicious. Oh, that person's just taking the media seriously. That person just cares about grandma. No, that person is about to commit a crime. But yeah, well fucking done. Well fucking done. He was also, he's described, he was also wearing a black jumper with white lines on the sleeves and a red emblem on the left chest area. He also had a red backpack and a red bicycle helmet. Anyone who recognizes the man, blah, blah, blah. And there he is. And look at these shitty fucking images. Yeah, they're always wearing fucking tracky dacks and fucking hoodies and shit. And these people just always dress the same. It's fucking, I don't know why the police don't just fucking start doing, what do you call it, Oh fuck, what is it called? Everybody says it's right. Profiling. Like seriously, if you see somebody dressed like a wig of faggot, profile, search him, because they're probably up to no good. As a former wig of faggot, I can tell you, whenever I used to dress like that and fucking tracky dacks and fucking decked out in Nike, I always had drugs on me. I was always up to something illegal. I was always up to no good. So yeah, profiling works. Where were we? Pursuit through suburbs. A man has been arrested following a pursuit through multiple suburbs in a stolen car. The silver Lexus was stolen on Saturday night when police tried to stop the man after realizing the car was stolen at 9:30 p.m. He allegedly refused and sped off. Is that how you spell sped? I guess it'd be speed if it wasn't. He allegedly refused. No, sorry, refuse. See, I'm making up for it. The man dumped the car at a service station on Salisbury Highway at Mawson's Lake, stealing a drink on the way through. So he fucking got chased by police, got away, and fucking, as he dumps the car at the servo, runs in and just grabs himself a Gatorade for his efforts. Drink driver stopped at Clare, drink driver, 50-year-old, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, that's all the crimes. I mean, they're not as impressive as places like, I don't know, the United States or fucking Colombia or Mexico or whatever. You know, but, you know, they're... God damn it, my scar's gone out again. You know, we have our violent offenders, you know, here in fucking Australia as well as our just fucking complete, you know, fucking morons, complete dipshits. And I'm going to light this cigar. I'm enjoying it way too much. And yeah, it's kind of hard to keep the cigar going while talking. Hang on a second. I like this jet lighter. It's a cheap one, but it works really well. Okay, and hang on, sorry. Yeah, that went down the wrong hole. You're not supposed to breathe cigar smoke in, but I did. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yeah, and yeah, well, crimes don't just end there here in Australia. We have other shit going on. I'm doing a bit of crime this week because, you know, everybody, like, I think international people look at Australia as, like, you know, some kind of fucking, you know, utopia place. Oh, they don't have guns, so they don't have this problem with violence and no, we have a huge problem with violence in Australia, just like the UK does. Just because we don't have guns doesn't mean we're not full of fucking fucktards. I mean, this place was fucking settled by fucking criminals. Shiva Surush, very Australian name right there, and I'll leave the comments at that. Avgarat applied for bail, charged with robbing 2 sex workers and raping 1.
You will die without honor.
Yeah, okay. A married father of two. Jesus Christ. Well, now I just feel sorry for the kids. I mean, they've got no hope if this is their dad. And he's married. Okay, a married father of two allegedly impersonated a policeman before robbing and raping a sex worker, saying it was a choice of sex or prison.
Stop! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no square.
A man with a fake gun and police badge allegedly impersonated a cop before telling a sex worker on a tourist visa that she would need to have sex with him or she would go to jail, a court has heard. I wonder where she was from. Yeah, she's here on a tourist visa, and because sex trafficking. That's not a real big problem. Well, according to the media, it's not. Anyway, fake gun. Unfortunately for her, he didn't have a fake cock. Siobhan Sarus of Avgrat, 32, applied for bail by video link at the Adelaide Magistrates Court on Wednesday, charged with aggravated robbery, representing a police officer, and rape. Well, it's impersonating a police officer. It's a real crime here, am I right? Hey. Police prosecutor told the court Aggravat allegedly booked a commercial sex worker on March 22nd, picked her up from in front of the Sage Hotel in Adelaide. I didn't know there was a Sage Hotel in Adelaide. Anyway, this has nothing to do with me. Don't look into it. Here we go. The prosecutor. She went down to meet him in his car, and the accused said to her, "I'm a police officer, and what you're doing here is illegal," the prosecutor said. See, I personally, from a moral standpoint, am against sex work, but that's just my personal moral standpoint. I don't think you should be resorting to that, but that's just my personal moral standpoint. But by criminalizing it, shit like this happens. He told her she would go to jail, and she asked him what she could do to avoid that. Yep. See, she knows the deal. See, also, this just shows how corrupt, like, the rest of the actual, well, not the rest, but actual police officers are. That this woman's here for a brief amount of time, knowing she's just going to suck and fuck to get some Australian money before she heads back to Indonesia. And she knows if you get caught by the cops, just offer to suck them off. Like, the fact that, she went there, that proves it. The court heard Aggravat was allegedly wearing a police identification card and had an imitation firearm in a holster and handcuffs. Were they like those plastic ones you buy at like Toys R Us for kids? He's got like the little fake police badge. It's fucking. Yeah, he's dressed like one of the characters from Paw Patrol, and this bitch is dumb. I'm not saying she deserves what she got at all. I'm just saying she's dumb.
How dare you?
Where were we? Advent alleged victim. Aggravat and the alleged victim walked into a hotel together, and the manager stopped Aggravat, saying he couldn't go up. The accused then showed him the fake AP card and said he'd been tracking this female for a long time and needed to check her visa status, the prosecutor said. All right, so he was he was on with it. But hang on, he went into the so he's saying he can't go up to the room. Okay, so this hotel is also in on it. The court heard there was another sex worker in the whole hotel room when they went upstairs, and Aggravat allegedly told both of them to give him money or he would arrest them. Jesus Christ, this guy's got balls, I'll give him that. They allegedly gave him more than $8,000. Which begs the question, how much did they have? If they're willing to hand over $8,000, how much did they actually have on them? The accused asked the alleged victim to go out on the balcony with him and told the other alleged victim would need to have sex with him if they wanted to avoid going to jail, the prosecutor said. Well, first of all, you've got two fucking whores and you've just gotten $8,000 from them. They're scared for their lives. And then you say that one of them has to have sex with you? I mean, dude, why aren't you going for a three-way at this point? Like, yeah, I said this guy had balls, but he clearly doesn't have brains. I mean, come on. Why would you only... Like, was the other one that bad? Because that's what it's got to be. Now, also, you'd want them both in your view so they can't run away and get the real police. So you'd want... Yeah, the threesome is the smart, obvious answer here. Man, she must have been a real fucking bush pig. He's fucking threatening him and he doesn't want to fuck her. Wow. She agreed to do that out of being fear of being arrested or killed due to the intimidation firearm. Okay. The court heard the first alleged victim was then shut in a bathroom. He told her, the other alleged victim, she had two choices, sex or prison, the police prosecutor said. They then engaged in sexual intercourse. After the rape occurred, the accused told her he was not going to arrest her and the problem was likely to be resolved. Oh, at least he's a man of his word. Jesus fucking Christ.
Go to Harley Street. There's racists everywhere. Misogynist.
Yeah, CCTV footage from the hotel shows him leaving. Police allegedly found the fake police gear in his house, car, and work locker after they arrested him. Oh, so this guy's got like fake shit in his car. He's got it in his fucking work locker. He's got it at his house. He's just ready for fucking whore rape at a fucking drop of a hat. Aggravate 32 of Munapara West is charged with impersonating a police officer of aggravated robbery. Yeah, he's yet to enter any pleas. The court heard the alleged victims who are in Australia on tourist visas initially told police they were quarantining from COVID because they were scared to tell police. Well, they were quarantining from COVID because they were scared to tell police they were escorts. That is a fucking really good excuse, actually. Like, you got to stay, you're a fucking sex worker and you come to Australia, you have to be held up in a hotel for fucking 14 days. Yeah, you might as well have some fucking johns up and make some bank while you're here, I guess. Jane Abbey for Africa agreed the allegations were serious, but said the change from the last bail application was that he could reside a different bail address other than his wife, who prosecutions say is a witness for the case. Okay, so he doesn't want to go back to his wife, and yeah, I fucking don't blame him.
Excuse me, it's ma'am. It is ma'am.
Don't know how that sounded was right, but I pressed it. He always worked since being... Miss Advocate said... told the court Advocate worked at Unley Coles as an Uber driver. Wait, you can work at a supermarket? Coles is a supermarket here in Australia. I think it's owned by Myer. I'm pretty sure you have them throughout the world. But wait, he worked at Coles as an Uber driver. He'd always worked since being in Australia, she said. He has 2 children that he shares with his wife. Yeah, well, I would hope so. Yeah, how many children does he have with fucking whores? Yeah, again, how do you work at a fucking supermarket as an Uber driver? That makes no sense. So he just hangs around the fucking supermarket. Oh, God, and it's probably all fucking... it's all fucking old people and people who can't... Yeah, he must be taking advantage of people left, right, and centre. Miss Abbey said there would be no issue with the aggravate not contacting the alleged victims. We don't know where they are. Mr. Aggravate doesn't want to know where they are, she said. I'm sorry, we don't know where they are. Mr. Aggravate doesn't want to know where they are. Of course he doesn't want to know where they are. He raped one of them. Magistrate Michelle Stiffcliffe or whatever, ordered home detention report for the new address. The bail application was adjourned until next week. Okay, so you can... Jesus Christ, dude. Yeah, he's been in Australia a short time. You know what they say, diversity is our strength. And
how dare you?
I'm just saying, sorry, not sorry, and all that shit. Wow. Okay, what do we got? Okay. Oh, and speaking of raping women in their homes, another fun story from fucking here in South Australia. Seaford Meadows home invader and attempted rapist unmasked as Quasilia Namako, who faces a lengthy jail sentence. Oh, as I said again, just judging by the name, diversity is our strength. Oh, what a lovely gentleman. A man who broke into a Seafood Meadows home, and yeah, I'm not going to say that. I'm surprised that if we get to the end of the story and bicycle theft isn't one of the charges, I'll be surprised. All right, a man who broke into a Seafood Meadows woman's home, tried to rape her and fled with her possessions. A court has told with her possessions has told the court his crime was impulsive and motiveless. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a motive for rape, and I'm pretty sure that you don't just impulsively rape. If you do, you're a monster, and you should, in my opinion, you should be fucking 6 feet under, but at the very least, you should be in prison indefinitely. Prosecutors, however, argued the district court to treat Quasine Nico's claims with caution, saying neither they nor his purported remorse match up with the evidence. Yeah, no shit. On Wednesday, Nkomo, this is going. Wiped away tears as prosecutors said he had watched his victim and her roommate, who were strangers to him, from outside their home for hours before his crime. So yeah, it was impulsive and there was no motive. He just sat there planning it for hours. Jesus fucking Christ. I guarantee he's going to play the race card in this one as well. They said that he also entered the house through a back door at 2 a.m. and made sure the roommate had left before attacking the woman while she slept. Yeah, very impulsive. The victim impact statement, in her victim impact statement, rather, the woman who fought off told him he had robbed her for the he had robbed her of the feeling of safety within her own home. Yeah, no shit. And again, should be allowed to own a firearm, but can't because it's Australia. You've brought me a lot of trust issues. I constantly feel like I'm being watched, and these things make me feel very angry and very ashamed, she said. Why would you do something like this? We all have the choice. We all have choices in life. Why would you choose to do something like this? You know the answer to this one, sweetheart. You just don't want to be fucking called racist. Of Seaford Meadows pled guilty to multiple offences, including indecent assault, attempted rape, and aggravated serious criminal trespass. Yeah, how about he's a fucking rapist and we just put him in jail? He committed those offences in November 2019 and was arrested after DNA taken from the scene. He committed those offences in 2019 and was arrested after DNA taken from the scene was matched to his records in a Western Australia criminal charge. Now, for those who don't know, Western Australia, quite a distance from South Australia. So this guy's been travelling around, doing the dirty on a lot of fucking innocent people. Identity was previously protected by laws that gave sex offenders automatic autonomy, which were overturned by the advertiser's Your Right to Know campaign. Yeah, and I will give the advertiser a fucking pat on the back and a thumbs up for that one. You absolutely have the fucking right to know. Now, I don't know if I covered this, but it was going on a while. Like pedophiles and that, they were all just having their names blocked and you couldn't know who they were. And yeah, people fucking protested and said, no, we want to know if these pieces of shit are in our community. On Wednesday, Rose Mary Reid said her client was deeply ashamed of his appalling actions. Well, if he's sorry, let's just let him go. Yeah, let's just let him off. I mean, he's only a fucking serial rapist. Or you incorrigible scamp. Get out of here, you. Don't do it again, you. Oh, you naughty boy. She said he was affected by both prescription painkillers and cannabis at the time. Yeah, as somebody who has done drugs, that's complete bullshit. Yeah, I've smoked many a weed. I've popped many a pill. It does not make you rape. It certainly doesn't make you plan rapes, sitting outside people's houses for hours. He's been very reluctant to speak about the offence, his shame, his feelings, and his past, she said. Yeah, no shit, because he got caught. This offence was not an overnight sensation. In the 18 months prior, he'd been involved in 2 motor vehicle accidents and was on pain medication and had a marriage breakdown. Oh, well, all is forgiven. Okay, so his wife wasn't putting out. So I'm guessing by, the logic and the fucking culture that he comes from, that he just has to go out and rape some bitch. And let's face it, she was a heathen anyway. Not married and living, she deserved it. Oh, God, this is fucking, again, diversity, our strength. In terms of motive, it was entirely impulsive on the night. It was really a motiveless crime. How is stalking somebody and then raping or attempting to rape and then stealing from them motiveless? There's absolutely fucking motive in that. Judge Adam Kimbler was not moved by that submission. Plenty of people go through relationship difficulties without going into someone's house and attempting to rape them, he said. Yeah. Oh, good on this fucking judge. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, he's absolutely right. People go through a relationship like fucking... There's probably fucking... 75% of Australia right now are going through some type of relationship difficulties. And 75% of Australians aren't out there fucking raping. If they were, it would be fucking horrible. But no, he's absolutely right. It's like, so what? You're having marriage troubles. That doesn't give you the right to rape. But I guarantee in this guy's culture, but all cultures are equal, it probably does. Holy shit, good on the judge for actually just saying that. I had to read that again. Plenty of people go through relationship difficulties without going into someone's house and attempting to rape them. Fucking, fucking good on you, judge. His name's Adam, so obviously he's a legend. He watched his victim, then left and returned. There was a period of, contemplation. I read that word wrong. He remained in custody for sentencing next week. Yeah, as he fucking should. Jesus Christ. But fucking silver lining. At least the judge saw through the horse shit. Actually, there was a bit up here. Hang on, we'll go back to this. Home invasion laws, your rights in Australia. We have fuck all rights in Australia, is my understanding. Home invasion is a potential life-threatening. Taking matters into your own hands can be a dangerous exercise. Okay, so what should you do? It is strongly advised against unless it is lawful to do so. Okay, when is it lawful?
People are entitled to their home, and they're entitled to use reasonable force to protect themselves and their property.
The law is clear on when you can claim self-defense. To protect possession or stop someone trespassing. Okay, that's good. Someone trying to falsely imprison you. Okay, that's also good. If you're worried someone's about to assault you or another person. Okay, I'm going to turn this down a bit. There are 4 key steps. Go to a safe place and call 000. Yeah, what if you don't have time for that? Stay calm and put a physical barrier. Yeah, okay, what if you can't do that? That's it. Yeah, see, that's what they call self-defense in Australia, is calling the police and locking yourself in a room. Yeah, I remember hearing on radio years ago a lawyer saying that if you keep like a cricket bat or a baseball bat under your bed just in case, that counts as a premeditated use of a weapon, and you, for using that in self-defense, you get in shit. So Australia's fucking self-defense laws are basically non-existent. As you saw in that video, there are lots of things you can do to protect yourself. Call the police, and they'll show up whenever they feel like it, as they do here. Yeah, a little tip for Australians: if somebody is trying to break into your house and you hear it, call the police, but tell them there's a lowered Commodore with a loud exhaust doing burnouts. They'll be there in 30 seconds. Don't tell them you're being assaulted. They'll take their fucking sweet time. Okay. Yeah, Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, but as I said before, fucking good on that fucking judge. Damn. God, cigar's getting right down. I want to savor every bit of it though. Oh yeah, okay. Here's and yeah. Speaking of fucking retarded laws and rules and whatnot, let's head over to the Communist Republic of Victoria. Victoria's public servants told to avoid saying wife, husband in LGBTQ plus inclusive language guide. An 11-page document listed gendered titles to be dumped from use for public servants. These words are being phased out. And look at that, we got a bunch of... Oh, look, there's a Gaysian right in the front there. Yep, there's the LGBT fucking activists and not a looker among them. Victorian public servants have been told to stop using words like wife and husband to avoid offending non-heterosexual people. Yep, the idea that you might offend somebody who's not heterosexual, yeah, you've got a 97% chance of not offending anyone then. So yeah, I think it's a safe bet. And some judges are refusing to use gendered titles like Mr., instead referring to people before them in court as citizen or plaintiff. Seriously? I'd make a stink. I'd be like, no, it's Mr. Sage, actually. My name is not Citizen. I'm not Citizen Sage. Yeah, oh, God, really? Yeah, no, I'm not having that. These tips are from the state government's recently advised LGBT... IQ, what's the I? Intersectionality? Intersex? Let's go bash the... It doesn't make sense. It's supposed to be LGBTQ. Let's go bash the queers. What is the I? Anyway, plus inclusive language guide for public servants. Yeah, of course, public servants are a bunch of woke faggots anyway. Okay, yeah, amid claims that the Andrews government is obsessed with identity politics, I think this is pretty obvious that they are, the 11-page document says inclusive language... I need to get hold of this document. I should have done that, but I kind of researched this one like a couple of minutes, this whole fucking podcast a couple of minutes before. The 11-page document says that the inclusive language acknowledges and respects the, quote, diversity of bodies, genders, and relationships in society. Inclusive language ensures we don't have people out of our conversations or our work, it says. On pronouns, the guide says that while most men use he and most women use she, some people use gender-neutral pronouns like they, them. Yeah, some people, plural, they, them, plural. When inviting job applicants for an interview, they should be asked what pronoun they use. What name would you like to be referred to by? No, it's what they put on the thing. If it's clearly like, no, you fucking idiots. Would you use inclusive language pronouns? Now, what they're really asking is, would you be forced to by the government? So for that, I will say no. And let's cast our vote. Let's see how woke people are. Holy shit. Oh.
Gay!
Oh, I need a fucking happy sound. I honestly, Jesus Christ, I actually can't believe that, that was that. I mean, I can't believe that, you serious? 92% said no. Oh, well, fucking congratulations, Australia. Yeah, that's right. It's men at work. It's not them at work. Do not address someone on the phone by gendered terms such as madam or sir if you don't know their gender, it says. Well, you do by their name. Public servants must never assume that everyone is heterosexual or that this is the norm. Well, it is... Okay, that everyone is heterosexual. Well, okay, that's true. Not everyone is heterosexual. But to say, yeah, but that it is the norm? Yeah, it absolutely is the norm. What the fuck are you talking about? It's the norm. When like 97 plus whatever percent of the people are heterosexual, I'm pretty sure that qualifies as norm. Norm being, the majority. Avoid using such language as wife or husband that assumes that all relationships are heterosexual, as this excludes non-heterosexual people and devalues their relationships, the guide says. Well, they are excluded because they're not part of the normal, and as far as devaluing their relationships, wouldn't you have to first prove value? Oh!
You're fucking a white male!
No, top up my drink. No, you're right, because you shouldn't be devaluing two fucking homos' relationships. What are their biological children going to think when they hear that their dad, who impregnated their dad and gave birth to them, that their relationship isn't being treated? It isn't equal, you dumb cunts. At meetings, people should be greeted with "Welcome, everyone." Yeah, that's fine. Or "Good morning, folks." Oh, folks. I hate the term folks now. It used to be just a general term, but it's always used in replacement of something, and I'm surprised they didn't write it FLOXS or whatever. While care must be taken, not to offend people with gender titles like Miss, Mrs, Mrs, Miss, Misters, or Mister. Why? The guide. Okay, why isn't doctor on there? Oh, right, psychiatry. Women can be doctors now. I forgot.
How dare you?
The guide says that judges traditionally might use gender terms like Mr. Brown, please take your seat, to indicate formality or to de-escalate a situation. You can't say Mr. Brown now. Sir Brown, please take thy seat. Ugh. Some judges have suggested more gender-neutral catch-all titles such as citizen, while others have suggested plaintiff. So, Citizen Brown. Yeah, again, it just sounds like Citizen Kane. Public servants who use the wrong term, name, or pronoun are told to apologize promptly and move on. Yeah, because that's going to do it. Because people who give a shit about what pronoun they're called, they're known for their, acceptance. They're known for, oh, you didn't mean to. Oh, well, never mind, move on. I'm not the kind of person who's going to make a stink over this and try and get money out of it. That's not what we're like at all. Yeah, fucking right. Oh, God, Victoria, you fucking communist hellhole. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Don't dwell on it and don't give up. Keep trying to get it right, the guide says. Yeah, because, you're not going to be fucking attacked as a bigot, and, you're not going to be fucking... No, that's not going to happen. You're not going to be called bigot. It's not going to be called hateful. The people aren't going to try and get out of whatever fucking misdemeanor fine they're in fucking court for by claiming, I was misgendered in court, so my sentencing shouldn't take place. That's not going to happen at all. There isn't... Yeah, there's never going to be a fucking, an instance in court where it's like, Mr. Brown, take your seat.
Excuse me, it's ma'am. It is ma'am.
Yeah, that's not going to happen at all. Health Minister Martin Foley said the approach was not new and it's all about treating each other. Treating each other to be polite. Don't you mean training? That's a weird fucking choice of words. Treating each other to be polite? No. You treat each other politely, or what you're saying is training. Yeah, they didn't want to use the word training. Oh, look, a multiracial couple. How interesting. I was always brought up with... Okay, so this is the guy who said treating other people to be right. Okay. I was always brought up with the notion that it's always best to be polite, and it's being polite to someone not to take assumptions as to their marital status, their sexuality, or their role in life, he said. I think that's not a bad idea. Yeah, I think you need to fucking work on your speech because not to take assumptions should be make assumptions. As to the, yeah, anyway, Dr. Bella, whatever, from free market think tank, the Institute of Public Affairs. Oh my god, yeah, I'm sure this is going to be a fucking winner. Accused the Andrews government of being obsessed with identity politics rather than capability. Yeah, she's right. It tells you everything you need to know about the Andrews government, that it is more focused on policing language of public servants than getting 500,000 unemployed Victorians devastated by draconian lockdown laws back to work, she said. This obsession with whether Victorian public servants should be using wife or husband appetizers and unelected bureaucratic class obsession with identity politics and not focused on the need of mainstream Victorians. Okay, well, God, yeah, use all the right-wing words like fucking mainstream. You mainstream, don't say mainstream. I hate that term. Mainstream Australians. Like, no, just say majority of. See, this is what the so-called conservatives in Australia haven't realised is people hate the mainstream media. Whenever you use the word main, it should be majority, with the majority of Victorians, not mainstream. It makes them sound like they're part of the media, and that makes people not care. Okay, on Tuesday, the city of Yarra is due to enjoy a new LGBTQ plus strategy, which includes council involvement in events like flag raising or fag raising, as I almost Freudian slip said, on the International Day Against Homophobia, Biphobia, Interphobia, and Transphobia. Well, to that, interphobia and
In recognizing a communist, physical appearance counts for nothing.
Interphobia. Okay, I'm genuinely fucking interphobia and was that intersectionality phobia? Intersex phobia? I mean, you know, what the fuck? I can't find the fucking sound effect. And it's really pissing me off. I have no idea where I put it. Oh, God damn it. Yeah, I know the moment's passed, but I just... I'm really fucking annoyed by the fact that I can't find it. Where the fuck is it? I know it's not under... No. Hang on a sec. Bear with me. No. Not a Hollywood. God damn it. It's not under that. It's got to be under greens. Okay, I was hitting the wrong button. Yeah, where were we? You tell everyone. Oh, God damn it. Where was I? Yeah, on Tuesday, the city of Yarra. I'm just doing this again. I don't care. It took me that long to find the sound effect. I'm doing this again. On Tuesday, the city of Yarra is due to introduce a new Let's Go Bash the Queers strategy, which includes council involvement in events like flag raising on the International Day Against Homophobia, Biphobia, Interphobia, and Transphobia.
But he's gay.
Worth it. A report on the strategy said an appendix of language and terms has been removed because wording and understanding in this space in this space changes incredibly quickly, and the appendix would soon be out of date. Yeah, just goes to show it's all fucking horseshit. They can't even put down a list of what's acceptable and what's not because 2 seconds after they write the list, these fucking activists with nothing better to do with their fucking lives are just going to go ahead and fucking change it anyway. So it makes no fucking... Yeah, that statement right there. The, yeah, hang on. Yeah, right here. The language and... Yeah. A report... God damn it. No. Yeah, this right here. A report on the strategy said the appendix of language and terms had been removed because wording and understanding in this space changes incredibly quickly, and the appendix would soon have been out of date. This just proves how slowly government works and how they just fuck everything up, and it also proves how fucking insane these people are. This is a twofer. This just proves... Yeah, fucking libertos, motherfuckers. Let's get rid of government and let's just ignore these fucking woke queefs, because at the end of the day...
But he's gay.
Yeah, fuck him. You know what I say?
Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
How dare you?
And yeah, well, I mean, come on. Anyway, a link to the blah blah blah. A link to the Victoria's government thing is included. And how long have we? Oh, that is an almost that's about an hour. You know what? I was going to talk about I was going to talk about sillies, or I was going to do some more talk on the whole Down syndrome thing with the Down syndrome doll from a couple of episodes ago. But I think I might save that for Friday night's episode if I decide to do a Friday episode. I didn't do one last Friday because I was at a work do. Yeah, I was getting free fucking beer and free fucking food. So, yeah, that kind of trumps a podcast. Sorry, people, but yeah, it does. And anyway, it was a good thing to do for the long-term security of my job. Something that progressives will never understand. Yeah. Anyway, on that note, I will, on that woke note of fucking, intersectionality of Victoria and how, all cultures, all lives matter. Sorry, I'm not supposed to say that. No, I will end the podcast as I often do and have been doing for quite some time now by just leaving you with this very simple message. Always remember, Black Lives Matter.
Mom, pull over.
Smash it, Edna.
Hey.
Shouldn't be fucking putting that fucking mouth in it.
Frank, fuck. I'm not putting you.
Go, Edna. Go, Edna.
That's it, Edna.
Edna.
That's it, paper.
Come on, come on.
What's that?
Come on, come up.
These boys look there.
Keep going, go! Keep going, go! Keep going! Come on! Yay!
Hold it.
Come on. Fuck you.
Keep going, Holly.
Keep going.
Hey, your dog can't.
Wait, no dirty fight. Clean fight. No dirty fight. Clean fight. You're fucking a white male. Gay.